Hello and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here then I am so glad you found me. In today's video I will be sharing with you a short video how I created a miniature photo darkroom inside of an antique Brownie camera box for a photographer. I was lucky enough to find an antique Brownie box that was already gutted with no camera inside, and that was just what I was looking for, and at $8 it was the perfect one. Now this was a pretty small space to work in. This Brownie camera box was 3 by 5.5 inches by 5 inches, and let me tell you, it was definitely a challenge. And to get over this, I had to create inside walls using a thick cardstock to mold into my floor, into my 3 walls, and then I could take it in and out and work on it. I did paint it black as a surface color, and then I added some scrapbooking paper, which was the perfect line size for this miniature size, and dark because I of course wanted my dark room to be dark. Another idea that I had was to use the film winding key that is used to advance the film roll to the next exposure on the outside, and because it was still there, I thought it would be cool if it turned the lights off inside of the darkroom from studio light of white to the red exposure light that photographers would use. How I achieved this was by using a rotary selector switch, which was connected to the film winding key. And then all the LED lights were on this switch, and they ran to the back where there was a female socket for a male jack plug to plug into, so that the owner could plug it into an electrical outlet and have lights. The rotary switch uses this power supply to feed the DC voltage that either gave it a red LED light or the white, depending on what position the rotary switch was turned on to. It really was a fun way to use the film winding key. And also, if there's anything else that you want to learn about creating your miniature room boxes or your miniature houses from just battery operated to being electrics, please check out my miniature art studio video where I kind of explain a little bit more how I achieved that. If you have been to my channel before and you've seen me do my work, then you know that the process that I do constantly is changing. And this is another example of that. I actually started building my cabinets and countertops and sink prior to thinking about how I wanted to do the lights on the inside. So even though I created this space already and it all fit nicely, I totally had to take it apart and rethink the structure of the cabinets and countertops. So here's that process of tearing it apart and rebuilding and restructuring to accommodate the rotary selector switch and all those wires, which ended up being way more wires than I thought were going to be in there originally. But that's okay, because taking out the sink from the back, it allowed me to build shelves, and this was good because it gave me shelves for supplies and for personal items that the photographer would have in their studio. The next challenge I had was actually getting the LEDs lights into the bulb, which sits in the back left corner. So I had to go to the front, up the front edge, all the way to the back, and I did this by taking a piece of molding and then creating a channel in it with the Dremel, and that I could lay and glue the wires inside of that. And a photographer has to have her cameras, so I created these 2 different types of Nikon cameras, and they are made from clay, wood, and resin, and they were super tiny and super delicate to make, but they just turned out so cute and I was very happy with them. Please enjoy the finished look at the photographer's darkroom inside the Brownie camera box. As always, thank you for visiting my channel, and I hope that you enjoyed it and maybe even learned something new. And as always, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.